Hey all! So in this video, I just want to explain to you all about my perspective on how to escape the Matrix. Now, you might wonder, what is the Matrix? Is the Matrix like the movie, The Matrix? Well, sort of, but not really. And my definition of the Matrix is this modern world that we live in, because it robs us of our soul. We live in this chaotic, crazy world. You gotta go here, you gotta do this, dealing with governments, dealing with paperwork, Gotta go to work. All these different stressors in our lives. And that modern world that we live in, the societies that we live in, the societal expectations that are put upon us, and the thoughts that this matrix generates, all of that I consider a part of the matrix. And so, not all hope is lost, though, because we can escape from the matrix through various means. And one of the most powerful ones is meditating in nature. And that's what I'm just doing today. I'm just out at a local park. It's like a huge wilderness area, and just meditating in nature. And by doing this, I recharge. I literally recharge my spirit, spiritually, and in every sense I recharge by being out in nature, because I am heavily involved lately in the Matrix, and I need this respite, because without it, it's not really sustainable, because since I have become a more spiritual person, I need to get away from the Matrix, because it's like evil to me, in a sense. Even though I rely on it and I need to engage with it for various reasons, to make money, to live, my life, and so on, and I do enjoy the benefits of the Matrix. I don't really want to go live like a prehistoric existence or something, but I'm just saying, too much of anything is bad for you. When I was a little kid, my dad used to tell me that. He used to tell me, too much of anything is bad for you. So too much of the Matrix is bad for you. Okay? So how you can escape from the Matrix is by meditating in nature, is one very powerful way. There's many other ways also. So if you look around here at the environment that I'm in, right down here we have a beautiful marsh, and lots of wonderful water birds that live in there. There's also beavers that live in here. I'm pretty sure that those trees down there were chewed on by beavers to build up their dam. I would like to see some of those beavers. Some beautiful poofy clouds off in the distance. The life-giving sun. And as I feel the rays of the sun on my face, it feels so blissful, and I slip deeper into the meditation, and just go into kind of a hypnotic state. And once you get deep enough into your meditation in nature, you will be at a point where, potentially, where your mind is blown, and you are just like, you kind of cross the barrier into a different dimension, and you will know that you're kind of on the other side when everything looks more vivid. And you can even go into a certain realm where you have no thoughts, and that's like the most blissful, beautiful realm, because as humans we always have these incessant thoughts, and some thoughts are useful when we are philosophizing and enjoying thinking, but many thoughts that we have just cause us anxiety. And it's like, so we need to quiet down the mind and be more calm. And through meditation, we can achieve this. And even if you just meditate on a daily basis, you will notice that you will be more in a meditative state in your daily life also. Just going through your day, you'll be like, wow, you know, and you will really feel the benefits. I'm a big proponent of meditation, have been for a long time. And yeah, so in behind me here, I have some beautiful trees. That tree right there is called an arbutus tree. And I'll just show you around a little bit. So this tree, it's quite a decent sized arbutus tree, which is a, arbutus trees are very beautiful, and they kind of grow in this very random way. And this is quite a sizable one, as you can see. Quite a nice sized tree, if I do say so myself. I'm not sure if it's the same tree or different trees. It might be like 3 different trees here. And in here we have a couple nice sized fir trees. Some beautiful fir trees here. And I love to come out here and connect with the trees, because I feel that the trees have spirits. And when I come out here and I connect with these trees, it really recharges my spirit. I feel like the trees, they give me some of their spiritual energy when I come out here and spend time with them. And it's a very beautiful thing. Almost brings me to tears. Just how grateful I am for these trees. They are magnificent. And so I like to go into different environments to escape from the matrix. Sometimes I like to go down to the beach. Sometimes I like to be in the forest, like here, with my tree friends. And sometimes I like to be down on at the marsh. And other times I like to be in the desert when I'm in a different part of the world, down in Mexico. But it's all very beautiful. And yeah, so another way that you can escape from the matrix is through entheogens. Now, I don't recommend anybody take them, but they have certainly been extremely influential for me. Several years ago, about 5 years ago or so, I had my first, most powerful trip on funny fungi, and I took quite a large amount of this funny fungi, and I mentioned this in one of my videos before, but essentially, from my perspective, I ascended to the heavens. I went to a different dimension of consciousness, and a higher power, or my higher self, spoke to me. But I think perhaps it was my higher self, I'm not sure exactly. Or it could have been God, who knows? But a higher entity spoke to me telepathically and just, told me that everything is alright, that everything is perfect, that the world is perfect how it is, even though that is illogical, because obviously the world is not perfect, but that's simply what God told me, that the world is perfect as it is. And so then I saw my entire life flash before my eyes. I had like an entire life review. And then I came back down from the heavens. And ever since then, I have been a different person. My personality completely changed. And so before then, I was often depressed with this kind of existential depression. Like I felt like there was something wrong. Like I felt like there was something that I needed to change or something wrong with my brain because I felt like I didn't really know what my place was in the universe. And after that, I never had that feeling again because through that experience, I connected with my eternal spirit, which is something that all humans have, or at least most humans have it, but most people do not realize that they have an eternal spirit. And so that changed my life forever. And these days I don't take entheogens that often, but I still do occasionally, and when I do, it's very powerful and very beneficial. And more often than not, I do little amounts of entheogens just to open my consciousness a little bit, because although I feel that the more powerful experiences are more powerful, they are more beneficial to me, but it's also very time consuming because it takes like many hours to go through one of these experiences, and then it takes a long time to integrate them, and so on. But I feel like I want to go on a new excursion soon to get more downloads from the universe, because that's the thing with these entheogens. You can communicate with entities and get downloads from the universe, and they will the universe will give you very important information. So yeah, so powerful the entheogens. And also so this one guy just commented on one of my videos recently, and I want to just address that because he was saying that basically how he's in a really difficult spot in his life, and he's asking me how to find contentment, or the specific words that he used was how to find, how to cultivate, how to foster joy, and he said something else. But anyway, so he said how to foster joy, but he also said how to cultivate positivity. Well, what one needs to understand is those are two different concepts, essentially. Positivity is a philosophy and a feeling that you have inside of yourself that you always have with you. That is positivity, right? But joy is more like happiness, in the sense that joy is just a temporary feeling that you feel occasionally as a result of certain events or certain things that you are joyous about. So those are two different questions. But in the case of cultivating positivity, that is much more important than fostering joy, because positivity is like a mental attitude, like a positive mental attitude, and a philosophy, and as I say, you carry it with you forever. And it's very difficult for me to help people with that kind of thing, because basically, as I told you, when I took this entheogen, and my life changed. My personality literally changed. And that is how I cultivated positivity. By taking this entheogen and also doing a lot of meditation for hours every day, and reading powerful books to reprogram my mind. Because you see, when you take these entheogens, it's like pressing the restart button on a computer, like reformatting a computer. And I want to speak more deeply about this in a different video. But essentially, you know, when you have your computer, but your computer is not acting right, your computer is glitching out, your computer has viruses, what do? You reformat your computer, you reset your computer to factory settings. And that's what taking these entheogens does. Especially when you have these supernatural experiences. It flicks a switch in the mind to bring you into a new dimension. And that's a really amazing thing. A lot of people say that after they take entheogens, like, they change. Like, they're never the same after they take entheogens. But with a small percentage of people, they go to hell when they take these entheogens, because you will when they take these entheogens, they encounter demons and stuff like that. Like, they open portals to demons and stuff like that. That's what people say. And it's difficult for me to comprehend that, because for me, I've always encountered gods and angels and, like, benevolent entities kind of thing. And I can't imagine what it would be like to encounter a demon or something like that. And I think that people who have that type of experience, they probably are prone to schizophrenia or bipolar disorder and those type of mental disorders. Or just maybe they're just very prone to psychosis. But there is risk with taking them that you should be aware of. But for me, I know in my soul that I have always been a very positive person. So I knew that my experience was going to be positive. And plus, I always set my intention to have a positive result. And because of the power of the mind, then if you set your intention to have a positive result, then and you know intuitively that you will have a positive experience, that is what will happen. So, but there is that small risk that something bad could happen, that you could have a bad journey taking these entheogens. So, you must take that into account also, and question if you are the type of person that may be prone to having these bad experiences. And I think that also abusing these entheogens, like just, you know, I don't agree with people who take them for fun and that kind of thing. People say they take, the funny fun guy to go to the party or whatever. Like, I can't understand that. I take, like, if I take, like, a somewhat decent amount of this stuff, I'm, like, in a different world. Like, I become very, like, contemplative and, very connected with nature and stuff like that. I don't want to go to a party, see, drunk people blasting music and stuff. Like, no judgment against people who take, no judgment against people who take, these things to party, but I don't think that's what they're meant for. I think they are ancient medicines, and I see it from like almost like a shamanic perspective, like because the shamans, for example, in the Amazon, when they take a certain concoction, they and when they give this certain concoction to people, they from what I understand, they believe that it like is almost like an exorcism, you know, like you're getting rid of those bad spirits, you're getting rid of those like demons, you know, and that's how I feel. I feel like whatever is bad within me, like whatever is like negative thoughts, you know, negative feelings, negative mental patterns, and so on, negative, you know, attachments. I feel that taking these entheogens occasionally, for me, is like that. It purifies me, and it makes me like a new man, you know? And yeah, so I'm just enjoying my time out here in nature, enjoying just connecting with outside of the Matrix, connecting with the gods, if you will. And here on the west coast, it's raining a lot around this time of year, but it's just kind of like the rain is just kind of on and off. So right now, the sky just cleared up just in time for my little meditation to escape from the Matrix. And another way that you can escape from the Matrix is to think in a different way, to carve your own path in life. Don't just follow what other people say that you should do. Don't just, you know, think for yourself. Don't just, like, have original thoughts, you know? Like, and that also comes hand in hand with meditating, because the more that you meditate, the more that you will be like an independent thinker, because your mind will be more calm, and you will be able to tap into your natural intuition and your natural like sense of thinking, your natural ability to think for yourself. As human beings, we are super intelligent, but I feel like the society that we live in has dumbed us down, like, and we need to raise ourselves up to a higher level of intelligence, intuition, and spiritual connection. And as I said, I think the most powerful tool, or one of the most powerful tools, is being in nature. So, yeah, I definitely think if you meditate out in nature every day, your life will improve so much, because you won't be so anxious all the time. You will just go through your life in a more calm state. And that is pretty damn important, if you ask me. You know, who wants to have anxiety? Who wants to have depression? You know, who wants to have a chaotic mind? Nobody, you know? Nobody chooses that reality, but some people just experience it, and they don't know how to escape from it. So I'm giving you a way out of the Matrix. I am imparting onto you how I escape from the Matrix, how you can escape from the Matrix. So, yeah, I hope you guys really take this knowledge to heart and do practice some things that to escape the Matrix, and you can even come up with your own methods. You don't have to do everything that I'm saying. Maybe for you, you have your own way of escaping from the Matrix. There's probably infinite ways to escape from the Matrix, but you just have to think outside of the box. But yeah, I hope you all really enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching. Subscribe if you feel so inclined to do so, and I will see you in the next video.